Jake's breath came in quick, shallow bursts as he stumbled through the thick woods, the fog curling around his legs and swallowing the weak beam from his dying flashlight. What was supposed to be a simple solo camping trip had turned into a nightmare after he'd lost the trail hours ago. Every snap of a twig, every whisper of movement in the mist, set his nerves on edge. He tried to convince himself it was just the wind, but the heavy rustling behind him was too deliberate, too close. As dusk crept in, the forest grew darker, pressing in from all sides. Jake's flashlight flickered, casting jittery shadows across gnarled roots and mossy stones. That's when he saw it, a hulking shape, massive and upright, just beyond the veil of fog. He froze as the figure shifted, its eyes glinting in the dim light, watching him with an intelligence that made his skin crawl. The familiar stories of Sasquatch sightings in these mountains flashed through his mind, but nothing could have prepared him for the reality of its presence. The creature let out a guttural sound, something between a growl and a warning. Jake's heart hammered in his chest as he backed away, careful not to trip. Branches clawed at his jacket, and the cold dampness seeped into his bones. He could feel the thing's gaze lingering, tracking his every move. Each time he dared glance over his shoulder, he caught glimpses of its towering silhouette, keeping pace just out of clear sight, always shrouded in the swirling mist. Night fell completely, and the flashlight's beam sputtered its last before plunging him into darkness. Jake pressed his back to a tree, barely daring to breathe, listening to the heavy footsteps circling closer and closer. The deep woods were suddenly alive with sounds, crunching leaves, low growls, the unmistakable sense of being hunted. Alone, stranded, and nearly blind, Jake realized the stories weren't just legends. Out here in the foggy wilds, something ancient and powerful was very, very real.